that be honest to yourself because this is the only thing you can do for the betterment of society, for the betterment of our country, for the betterment of your family and all of us. The day you'll become honest with yourself, the day you'll become honest to yourself, you'll become an asset for your family, for your country, for your society.
अस्सलाम वालेकुम एवरीवन, मैं हूं आपकी होस्ट मुआफ़िया मलिक। हम और आप विद PNY के एक न्यू शो के साथ। जैसा कि आप सब लोग जानते हैं, PNY एक ऐसा प्लेटफॉर्म है जहां हम हज़ारों की तादाद में स्टूडेंट्स को डिफरेंट कोर्सेज करवाते हैं ताकि वो अपनी पर्सनल लाइफ और प्रोफेशनल लाइफ के साथ साथ अपनी फाइनेंस को भी बेहतर बना सकें। हमारे इस शो का मकसद ही यही है कि हम आप तक ज़िंदगी के हर पहलू के बारे में कुछ ना कुछ मालूमात पहुंचा सकें। समटाइम्स हम बात करते हैं एजुकेशन से रिलेटेड, समटाइम हेल्थ से रिलेटेड, यानी हर डिफरेंट पर्सपेक्टिव के बारे में इस शो में बात की जाती है। तो आज हम बात करेंगे स्पेशली हमारे यंगस्टर्स से रिलेटेड। हमारा ये आज टॉपिक है जिसको हम सुनते हैं कैरियर काउंसलिंग के नाम से भी, कि हम यूनिवर्सिटीज़ में जाते हैं या तो हमारे पेरेंट्स हमें ज़बरदस्ती भेज देते हैं, जी आपने ये सब्जेक्ट ऑप्ट करने हैं, आपने ये इसी फील्ड में जाना है, दूसरी फील्ड में नहीं जाना, इसका स्कोप नहीं है। यानी बच्चों का माइंडसेट इतना चेंज कर दिया जाता है जिसकी वजह से वो खुद बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्टर्ब हो जाते हैं कि उन्होंने अपना ट्रैक कौन सा चूज़ करना है। तो इन सब चीज़ों के बारे में हम बात करेंगे। सबसे पहले मैं अपने गेस्ट को इंट्रोडक्शन करवाती चलूँ। हमारे साथ मौजूद हैं मोहम्मद अली इजाज़ साहब, जो कि एजुकेशनिस्ट हैं, कैरियर काउंसलर हैं और यूथ इन्फ्लुएंसर भी हैं, और इनकी 10 साल से ज़्यादा एक्सपोजर है एजुकेशन की फील्ड में। और बहुत से डिफरेंट जो बैकग्राउंड से स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, स्पेशली उनका माइंडसेट और उन्हें एक कैरियर पाथ पे लेकर आना, ये एक बड़ा डिफ़िकल्ट जर्नी है मेरे मुताबिक। तो हम सर से बात करते हैं और इनसे जानते हैं कैसे हम उन बच्चों को गाइड कर सकते हैं और किस तरह से ट्रैक पे लेकर आ सकते हैं। अस्सलाम वालेकुम सर, कैसे हैं आप?
अस्सलाम जी, थैंक यू वेरी मच फॉर सच अ ब्रीफ इंट्रोडक्शन।
थैंक यू सो मच सर फॉर योर टाइम। सर सबसे पहले तो मैं चाहूँगी हमें आप अपनी जर्नी स्टार्ट कहाँ से हुई, क्योंकि हमारे स्पेशली यंगस्टर्स के लिए बहुत बड़ी मोटिवेशन होती है कि जब हम एक यूथ इन्फ्लुएंसर से बात करते हैं तो उनकी जो अपनी जर्नी है वो जानना बहुत ज़रूरी होती है।
This is a very important question. Starting with my education, if I tell you about my education, I'm an engineer by education and I did my bachelor's and then master's and have some few research papers as well in engineering field. But I started my career as a teacher back in 2012 in a private university in Lahore, and then with teaching I was involved into extracurricular moderation of the students' extracurricular activities. So we started this thing that, because I'm a firm believer that teaching at university level is not limited to in-class teaching. It's basically combination of two things, that is in-class teaching and out-of-class learning. You learn something in the class and then you learn something out of the class. And how that out-of-class learning takes place, it takes place with the help of extracurricular and co-curricular activities.
Yes.
So as a teacher, I was given this duty of teaching the electrical engineering students. But as a volunteer, as an teacher, I took this extra responsibility of training the students out of class through their extracurricular activities. So I started moderating different student societies. In fact, in that private institution, university, which I was affiliated with in the past, I initiated many new student societies. Few were thematic, which were linked with the faculty, and few were generic, which was university level societies. So we kind of started training the students both in the class and out of class.
Yes.
So moving forward, I was engaged with all the students of different faculties. My teaching was not limited to engineering only. I was involving many students from different faculties, specifically in out of class learning pattern. There was two student societies through different events, through different competitions. So then moving forward, I became assistant professor there, head of department, and I took this additional charge of head of extracurricular activities as well, because of my personal interest, and that lead me towards this new dimension of my career. Teaching was there, it was there from the day one, but this new method of teaching, which is very relevant to current situation and
Yes.
scenarios of the world, that now the teaching is evolved or is more relevant and turn towards skill-based learning.
Yes.
That could only be learned through practical experiences, which a student can only get from out of class learning.
Exactly.
So I became then their director student affairs. I became head of student counseling as well. Then I recently joined University of Central Punjab. I've been heading their alumni relations office, and I have this additional charge of directors of student affairs. And again, the thing is same, that my focus is that we have to train the student,
Yes.
and training has to be done, either it can be in class training or teaching, or it has to be through out of class learning, which is my more focused area. So besides these regular career paths and jobs, what I've been doing is that I've been training the students throughout the Pakistan, like from different cities, on online mode as well.
All right.
It is in terms of motivational lectures. It is in terms of engaging them in different competitions, because again, the purpose of every competition, every external activity is learning. And for me it's teaching, for them it is learning, because we learn something out of everything. Either it's a meeting, either it's an activity, either it's a seminar, conference. So over the period of time, I became teacher. I became part of management of different universities, and above all, a teacher has to be an influencer.
Exactly.
So I became this youth influencer as well, and I had multiple sessions with students in the past, and few are lined up for the future as well.
Very nice, very nice, क्योंकि आप इतने different dimensions को साथ लेकर चल रहे हैं, और मेरा ख्याल है ये हमारे youngsters के लिए एक बहुत बड़ी motivation
Mafia,
है.
the dimension is same. The dimension is one. It's teaching from the day first.
बिल्कुल.
But the mode of teaching, as the world is evolving, so I evolved as a teacher as well. Previously, I was teaching in the class. It was relevant 10 years ago.
Subject,
But
yes.
today, the relevance is that what skills we are embedding into students.
Exactly.
And skills can only be embedded through practical learning.
Yes.
It's not the time that we can only focus on, in-class
Theoretical,
learning,
yes.
and we can make a good professional. A professional can only be good when he has learned something in class and he has practiced that learning out of class.
Yes.
So my focus as a teacher has shifted from in-class learning to out-of-class learning.
Yes.
So I'm a teacher from the day first. Just the designations are different. Titles are different, but my task,
dimension is
my
same,
dimension, my work is similar.
That's
just
great.
I have updated it with the current trends and scenarios.
Yes.
And to become more impactful, so I've moved from in-class to out-of-class learning pattern.
Sir, my query is, जब आप लोगों के पास स्टूडेंट्स आते हैं, स्पेशली सेमेस्टर 1 में, मतलब 2 सेमेस्टर पास करने के बाद या हमें क्लियर करने के बाद एहसास होता है ये वो नहीं है जो मैं करना चाहता हूँ या करना चाहती हूँ, उस वक्त स्टूडेंट्स आर गोइंग टू बी स्टक कि हमारे साथ चल क्या रहा है. फैमिली ने प्रेशराइज़ किया हुआ है, तुमने ये डिग्री लेके ये जॉब करनी है. टीचर्स ने प्रेशराइज़ किया हुआ है, तुम अपने ग्रेड्स अच्छे लोगे तो प्रमोट हो सकोगे. वो सिचुएशन स्टूडेंट्स को मेंटली बहुत ज़्यादा डिस्टर्ब करती है, स्पेशली दे आर कमिंग फ्रॉम डिफरेंट बैकग्राउंड्स. तो उस वक्त कैरियर काउंसलिंग कितनी ज़्यादा ज़रूरी है, ताकि वो एक प्रोफेशनल वे को तो लेकर चल रहे हैं, उनके लिए अपनी पर्सनल स्पेस और अपने मेंटल सेट को लेकर चलना बहुत ज़रूरी है.
In fact, this is a very important question, and I would say this is the most, I would say the challenging question as
Yes.
well for any teacher, for the parents, for the students. Now we have two things here. First of all, we should, be seeing the trend or the interest of the student, but side by side, mostly the misjudgments are made, keeping in view or considering the thing that students at that age, at particular that age bracket, they're not that much mature that they can choose their future.
Yes.
Especially in our culture, I'm not talking about any other country. I'm specifically focusing about Pakistan.
Yes.
Somehow here we have a very strong family system, which is very good. Mostly the education is sponsored, or pay the expense of the education is paid by the parents, which is very good. But we have we have somehow created pampered children.
Yes.
They are very much pampered, and because of this thing, they are not exposed to many realities of the market. They are not even exposed to their interest as well. They are only guided by the parents, or they just see their elder cousins, their elder siblings around, and they just start saying that we want to become a computer scientist, we want to become an engineer, or they just hear something about any profession in the news, and they just want to become. For instance, if engineering is in the news or trendy, they would say we want to become engineer.
Exactly.
So the point is, first of all, the importance of career counseling. I believe that immediately after their intermediate, their FSC, which we called, or FA, or ICOM, or ICS, they should attend multiple sessions of career counseling. There are many free sessions as well in the market, or even if they want to go for paid, it's totally upon them. But they should meet a career counselor. They should attend public gatherings where career counselor, motivational speakers, or subject specialists are explaining or guiding the students about particular subjects.
Yes.
To make the decision. Again, point number 2, their parents should be in guiding position, not in instructing position.
Yes.
That is very important, because nowadays things and worldwide situation, they are changing with the I would say with the changing times. Things are changing as well, and we have to adapt those changes to be relevant to the society. So parents should be in guiding position, not instructing position. They should guide their students their children's to be a better student. Number 3, it's very important for the young students who are about to join university, that they should have the knowledge of all the subjects. Number 1, from their parents guidance. Number 2, from the career counselors. Number 3, the biggest free source is internet.
Yes.
They can Google about the subjects. They could search about the subjects. There is lot of resource. There is lot of information on YouTube available in a guided manner, in linked or in connection or in consultancy with a career counselor. They can go through a lot of free guidance over YouTube. They should go through every subject. Simple ways that as many subjects they know, they should have watch a video on YouTube and know about it, that what are the dimension of those subjects.
Yes.
Once these all 3 steps are completed, then they should take admission in consultancy with their parents,
Yes.
in the faculty, or in the program which they think is the best.
They're opted. Okay.
But the best thing is that even this is not the end. This is just beginning. Because in the world of today, the degrees are somehow becoming irrelevant. Not irrelevant for the sake of having degrees, but irrelevant in a way that they are not the final answer or stamp on your destination.
Yes.
They are just a beginning.
एंड माई क्यूरी अकॉर्डिंग टू
Yes.
दिस कि जब हम ग्रेजुएट कर जाते हैं, हमारे पेरेंट्स एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं यू आर गोना टू बी अ ब्रेड और बटर अर्निंग पर्सपेक्टिव, लेकिन स्टूडेंट्स होते हैं जी अभी हमने अपना एक इनिशिएटिव लिया है, अभी हम लर्निंग फेज हमारा स्टार्ट हुआ है, लेकिन उस वक्त पेरेंट्स की एक्सपेक्टेशंस और बच्चे बहुत ज़्यादा ओवर बर्डनाइज हो जाते हैं कि हमने एक इंडस्ट्री में टर्न लेना है, हमें आइडिया नहीं है और हम कैसे एकदम अपने अर्निंग पर्सपेक्टिव की तरफ जा सकते हैं. तो माई पॉइंट इज लाइक दैट.
वेरी रेलेवेंट. मैं अपनी जो बात, माई पॉइंट इज कि जो मैंने बताया कि द डिग्री इज जस्ट द बिगनिंग.
यस.
तो उसमें जो फ्रॉम वेयर वी इनिशिएटेड द टॉक about in class and out of class learning. So in my sessions, I tell, or during my interaction with the students or my young siblings or my young cousins, I always tell them that from the day first, go to your classes in the universities, go through your courses, but from the day first, also join student societies,
Yes.
join the competitions which are being organized in the university. If there is no competition in your university, then participate in inter-university competition being organized at any other university.
Yes.
Go through this drill, and it should be as much mandatory as much your in-class learning is. Once you'll go through this whole process for 4 years, then after 4 years you'll be in a position that you'll be knowing what is your direction, what are your power areas, from where you can sell the services and you can earn your bread and butter, and what are your weak areas for which you have to take help from your colleagues, your friends, or from your peers. So once if they go through the process of both in-class and out-of-class learning, I can, without any doubt say with full confidence that any student who has gone through this process, they would be in a position of earning after 4 years, after their graduation. And yes, the focus should be on skills. Whatever skills you have developed, you can earn through them, regardless of the fact that you are a lawyer, you are an engineer, you are a psychologist, you are a accountant, or whatever you are. It's always your skills which matters.
Yes.
And skills can only be earned or learned through a good balance of in-class and out-of-class learning.
Yes, it's most important in our current area. Like इस modern era में हम digitalization को भी देख रहे हैं, और हमें अपनी इस education के साथ इन skills को opt करना बहुत ज़रूरी है.
Exactly.
Sir, thank you so much. बहुत अच्छा लगा आपसे बात करके. लेकिन last एक message जो मैं चाहूँगी हमारे audience के साथ last में share कीजिएगा.
Thank you very much for this opportunity, and I wish best of luck to Mafia and PNY Trainings as well. The only message is that be honest to yourself, because this is the only thing you can do for the betterment of society, for the betterment of our country, for the betterment of your family and all of us. If the day you'll become honest with yourself, and by honesty I mean that if you are studying, you should study at that time, and if you are playing, you should play fully at that time. And if you are out to learn something, if you are you're out of your home and you have gone to a university for learning something, be honest to yourself. So this is the only message. The day you'll become honest to yourself, you'll become an asset for your family, for your country, for your society. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your time, and thank you so much all of you. It's really informative for me as well. तो I hope ये आपके लिए बहुत ज़्यादा informative होगा, और बहुत छोटे-छोटे, जिसको हम कहते हैं baby steps में, इन पूरे session में आप सबके लिए learning है, और hopefully ये आपको बहुत ज़्यादा help भी करेगी. इंशाल्लाह फिर हाजिर होंगे एक new video के साथ. हमें इजाज़त दीजिए. अल्लाह हाफ़िज़.